Husky Band. Tonight, the Husky Band will present a portion of their 2025 field production, Nightfall. Selections include Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven, Enter Sandman by Metallica, The Sound of Silence by Disturbed, Night on Bald Mountain by the Sword Seeds, and Symphony 5 by Beethoven. And now, here they are, the Hewlett-Packard High School Marching Husky Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hewlett-Packard High School Marching Husky Band. The drum majors are Ricky Peterson, Levi Butler, and Jack Howard. The drum captain is Jocelyn Van Horn. The drum captain is Taylor Allen. The head high stepper is Ann Sanders.
At Courtesy GMC, we believe that community is key. Back in 2019, we decided to contribute to the Trussville City School System, the Trussville Fire Department, and the Trussville Police Department for every single vehicle that we sell. Since the start of this partnership, we have now contributed over $300,000. If you are looking for the absolute best price on a new GMC and also want to help support this great community, look no further than Courtesy. Visit us at courtesybirmingham.com. We live up to our name.
Chad Rhodes here, Vice President of Hemp Hill Services and Color Analyst of the Husky Fast Network. Hemp Hill Services has been a longtime supporter of Hewitt Athletics, and we want to remind you that for all of your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, give us a call at 229-2090. That's 229-2090, and go Huskies.
Thank you for watching the Husky Fast Network. Now back to the action.
Hot, muggy Friday night. Welcome in. It's Husky night at the stadium. Pat Smith along with Chad Rhodes. Welcome into another year of Husky Fast football on the Husky Fast Network. Good evening, Chad. Hope you're well. Hope the summer has treated you fondly.
Good evening, Pat. Yeah, it's been great. It's hard to believe we're back here already. It's football season. This time is upon us, and here we are again on a hot August night getting geared up for the season.
Well, if you're just now tuning in, you are looking at brand new turf. Look at how that thing pops, man.
I tell you what, I'm impressed. It looks better than I thought it would. Not that I thought it would look bad, but, man, the colors are just absolutely perfect. This white border, the new Husky head in the center, I agree, man. It pops. It looks fantastic.
It is wonderful, and we had some rain a little bit earlier. The turf is wet, but you and I were down the field prior to all the festivities tonight, and it holds water really well. And one thing's for sure, I think we're going to have a good product that you're going to see on this field this season.
Yeah, I'm with you. Us down there walking on it for the first time, it feels good. The water has drained off tremendously. You really can't even tell it's rained down on the field. So they did a really nice job, and like I say, that's a fantastic product out there, and I'm looking forward to them kicking it off next Friday night and seeing how this thing actually plays.
Yep, next Friday night we will probably, be around halftime about this time next Friday against Jag, as Jag will make its way up here. Remember last year, it was an auspicious beginning to the season. The opening kickoff was taken back for a touchdown by Jag, and then we just held them scoreless the rest of the way and took care of business after that.
A little slow start, but,
that's
it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
First play of the season, and you and I looked at each other like, oh, my word, is this the way this is going to go this year?
Yeah, the looks that you and I were giving each other here in the booth was like, I'm not real sure what's going on. I remember I was kind of at a loss for words going, here we go. So, but no, they handled business and did what they were supposed to do.
So what we're going to see in a couple of minutes is we're going to probably have about 15 to 20 minutes. It is basically an inter-squad game, what you would see for an 8A game at Alabama or Auburn. That's basically what you're going to have here. There's going to be a lot of thudding. There's not going to be, you don't want to get anybody hurt 7 days before your first game. But it's just a way for the mom and dads and for those watching on the Husky Fast Network an opportunity for us as a broadcast group to kind of turn the cameras on, make sure everything's working properly and the mics are working, and Chad's 8x10 glossy looks good hanging up in the third floor press box. So that's what you're going to see coming up in a matter of minutes, as roster of about 90 kids, heavy sophomore driven this season, not a lot of seniors. But talk about this Husky team though, Chad. You got a senior quarterback, but he's been around the program. He knows it well. He had a really good spring, and he's coming out, and he's going to try to lead this offense, and I'm talking about Zach Benedict.
Yeah, Pat, Benedict, like you said, he's been around the program for a long time. He's waited his turn his senior year, and now he's got full control of the reins on offense. And listen, he's a big kid. He's athletic. He's super strong and got a powerful arm. You know, can he do it when the lights turn on next Friday night? I think he can. I think he's got a ton of weapons at his disposal. I mean, you know, talking about the skill players, and we could talk about them the rest of the night. So, you know, Benedict does not have to be perfect. He needs to be a leader, which I think he is. You know, all the coaches talk about his leadership abilities and how he's kind of fallen right into that naturally. I think the guys respect him and are ready to see what he can do. But like I say, man, get the hand in the ball of these skill players and let them go make plays.
One thing's for sure, you want to come out tonight, you want to have a good night, you want to just run through some things, and hopefully nothing happens, because you go through a fall camp and injuries are just part of football. Things happen. There's a couple of Huskies that, you know, kind of bruised up a little bit. You might not see in action tonight, but hopefully in the next week or two you will see them, whether it's against Jag or against Gadsden City. Right,
like you say. I mean, this is a dress rehearsal, right? They're getting geared up, kind of going through their pregame ritual. This is what it's going to be like next Friday night. We're doing it. Referees are here. They're getting ready. Coaches, it's a night to work out all the kinks and all the bugs and just get ready to play football next week. And it's no different than what we see in like you said, a spring game, NFL preseason. It's just getting ready.
One thing's for sure, this Husky team, a lot is talked about the offense, which most football teams do. But we would be remiss if we did not talk about how good this Husky defense was last year. Giving up around 9 points a game. It was the #1 defense in the state of Alabama, which that says a lot. They lost a couple of big guys on the defensive side. Owen Robinson, one of the leading tacklers, one of the leading guys at the linebackers. You also, Drew Lawless is no longer as he graduated and moved on. But they're returning a lot of dudes on that defense, and I know they're still maybe searching for a couple of different positions for impact guys, but Coach Talisman's really excited about what he has.
And Pat, I am too, and I dare say this defense has the potential to be even better than last year. This defense last year, you talked about 9 points a game. You know, you say, well, can they really be better? They did lose some key pieces. But let me tell you something, folks. The weak part of that defense last year, let me rephrase that, the perceived weak part was the secondary. That secondary is stronger this year, and I think the front seven is as strong, if not stronger, than it was last year. And listen, to me, it's going to start up front with Basil Alopsy at nose guard. Let me tell you something, folks. What we saw in the spring game with him, he has become a man, folks. He's ready to play.
Yeah, he sure has. The workout program has served him well. Offensively, we've already mentioned Zach Benedict. You talk about Dylan Cope on the outside, #1. He's an electric player. He's going to be a handful for guys to try to cover him. And then where in the world are you going to cover and put James Kelly? Because James Kelly can line up in the slot. He can run up in the backfield as a running back. So he's going to be that Swiss Army knife that you're going to see all over the field.
Pat, I'm going to say it right now, and I'm going to say it again next Friday night, and I'm going to say it all year long. James Kelly is this year's 7A version in the state of Alabama of Christian McCaffrey. He is a mismatch anywhere on the field. He may line up at tailback. He may line up in the slot, at tight end, at wide out. You just can't cover him. He's a do-it-all guy, and I think we're going to see a lot of that over the next couple of weeks.
And speaking of the backfield, #2, Deuce Alston. He had a great junior year. Back this year, he's just bigger. He's faster.
He's put on a ton of weight, but hasn't lost the speed as he's gained the weight.
Nope. So it should be a really fun night as we're just a couple minutes away from this inter-squad scrimmage. We're going to take a timeout. This is the inaugural edition of the Husky Fast Network. This is year number 11.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Year number 11 of the Husky Fast Network. Thanks for tuning us in. When we come back, we'll have the opening kickoff. Husky Fast Network, driven by Courtesy GMC.
Hey, Trustful. This August 26th, let's come together and make our voices heard. No matter who you vote for, this is our chance to shape our community. We all love this city, and we need to remember that we started this election cycle as neighbors and will be neighbors long after it's over. So let's be kind to one another. All the candidates are here because we care deeply about Trustful. Our platforms may differ, but our love for this city is why we are all here. So let your voice be heard on August 26th.
I'm Drew Lawley, General Manager here at Courtesy GMC. If you're looking for an easy way to schedule service for your vehicle, visit us at courtesybirmingham.com and see our online service scheduler. Courtesy GMC. We live up to our name.
In a city that seamlessly blends the comforts of a small town and the amenities of a big city, we're proud to be banking beyond expectation right here in Alabama.
Watch the Huskies all year long on the Husky Fast Network app and the NFHS Network.
Welcome back to the Husky Fast Network, driven by Courtesy. We're here with you again. Year number 11. Pat Smith, Chad Rhodes, cast of thousands tonight. Nice crowd. It was ugly weather earlier this afternoon in Trussville, but it has turned out to be a pretty nice evening as we get ready. And we're going to do the best we can because you understand we've got double numbers. We've got white versus red.
There's a lot going on tonight.
Yeah, so we're going to try to give you the best that we can in regards to what we're looking at as we get ready for the opening kickoff. Nice line drive kick taken at the 5.
That's number 17, Banks Lloyd, there with the kickoff. Kid's been working hard trying to win that starting job. Leg has gotten a lot stronger. We saw a little bit of it in the spring game.
Yeah, sure did. So we're going to have 3 kickoffs, I believe. That one will go out of bounds. Coach Haraway will not be happy about that. Spent a long time with Coach Haraway earlier tonight. Always fun talking football with Coach. Looks like the first team offense will come out for the Whites. That's Zach Benedict at quarterback. And already Coach Floyd is not happy standing behind Zach Benedict. Well, a false start right out of the gate.
Pat, we were talking earlier about this defense and the secondary in particular. These 2 safeties are coming back, Hayden Chauvin and Will Phillips, number 3 and number 5. And what a huge impact they had last year. Just ball hawks when the ball's in the air. They're going to be key if this defense hopes to repeat the success they had last year.
Benedict at quarterback. He's going to roll. Quick pass to Dylan Cope.
And Pat, who was the first one to the ball there? Number 4, Woogie Crawford. We've talked about him now for a little while. You know, last year it just seemed like he just flew all over the field.
Sure did.
And there he is again on the first play.
Benedict out to Alston. Up to around the 32-yard line. Huskies quickly got the tempo going. Defense should be used to that, seeing that every single afternoon.
Pat, there's a good example. We talked about Deuce Alston being able to beef up a little bit, gain weight, but still able to catch the ball out of the backfield. That's huge.
3rd and 1. Little power football as Alston's going to have the first down. Forward progress is going to stop him around the 35. That is a Grogan Agency first down.
Pat, this is going to be one of the concerns this year. Can this offensive line hold serve? Can they get a push up front? I think they're going to be pretty good in pass blocking, but can they keep that run game going and keep this Husky offense balanced?
5 wideouts for the Huskies. Benedict throws high, incomplete. Dylan Cope, the intended receiver. Nice coverage by the Huskies, I believe. That was Simeon Watson, Jr., number 9 on the coverage.
Had pretty good pocket there. Benedict did a nice job staying in the pocket, stepped up just a little high like you said, but all in all, pretty good. Defense was there.
2nd and 10 from the 35. Alston on the sweep. Nowhere to go. First guy in the backfield, and you're going to hear us call his name an awful lot this year, and that's Dante Seals, the junior He really showed out as a sophomore last year. Big things expected of him this year.
Yeah, you're right. We did not see that come. We knew he was a great athlete, but when you say showed out last year, that is an understatement. He just seemed to make the big plays at the biggest moments.
And there he comes, right on cue. Down the sideline is open. Nice pitch and catch. Has a big catch on third down. That was 3rd and 10, and I believe that was Hunter Futrell, the freshman tight end.
Pat, that's a great job there by Benedict, escaping the pass rush, getting out and keeping his eyes downfield. Because, listen, folks, Zach's a good runner, but able to keep his eyes downfield and make a great throw.
Futrell empties the backfield. Benedict's going to take it himself. Short gain, as that was Parker Floyd up on the tackle.
And that's that old one-hand touch when the quarterback has the ball.
That was a big third down conversion. Huskies was facing a 3rd and 10 from their own 35. Now they're going to call it 2nd and 8. And I believe we're in a running clock, so we've got 27 minutes left to go in this scrimmage.
Something you don't see a lot from the Huskies here is a huddle. Of course, they're in there with Coach Floyd. He has that luxury tonight.
I was looking, is Coach Talsma out there on the defense? I don't think he is.
I don't see.
I think he's calling it from the sideline.
Oh, yeah, I see him on the sideline there now.
Once again, an empty backfield for Benedict. Alston with the catch. Nice little pick play there with Futrell.
Another staple of this offense, and we've seen it for years. And it's all about execution.
Here comes a little pressure. Pass is high, incomplete, looking for Alston again. It's about the 3rd or 4th time that they've thrown to Alston out of the backfield.
Yep. And again, just a little high there. Benedict had a rush in his face, just unable to follow through with that. Ball sailed on him. So 4th down here early in the scrimmage.
Senior quarterback being pressured. Runs up. He's going to be stopped short of the 1st down. So the drive is going to stall around the 28-yard line.
So they're going to keep both first teams out there and just flip it.
Okay.
I would think probably this series, and then we'll start seeing some of the second team, I would think. Coach Floyd, of course, he's got a script in his head, some things he wants to see.
This time, Huskies are going to run it. That is Tyler Wilson, a sophomore running back, number 23. A lot of sophomores, as I mentioned, on this team this year, Chad.
And Pat, that defense, I mean, it looks exactly like what we thought it would. Pretty aggressive.
This time, Benedict's got a little time. He's going deep. It's going to overshoot the intended receiver out of range. Incomplete.
Pat, that is an outstanding job there by Caden Ali, number 10, the senior, of getting between the receiver and the ball and getting the receiver off his route. And you see here right at the top of the route, he gets right there. It slows him down just enough. That's not pass interference. He's got as much right to the ball as anybody. That's a great job by Caden.
That was C.J. South, a senior wide receiver, who was trying to get past the DB. See what the Huskies want to try to run here. Here comes some outside pressure again by Talisman's defense. Little screen pass. Little slip pass. Quickly. Game for about 8.
Pat, there you see number 16, Harrison Malone coming from one side, Crawford coming from the other. That wreaked havoc on offenses last year.
3 down linemen for the Husky defense. This time we're going to run it straight up the gut. Tyler Wilson on the carry. That's going to be a Grogan Agency first down. Barry is going to check out. He was playing linebacker. Yeah, I was about to say he's going to call that. Not Canadian football. You can't have more than one guy moving at one time.
Maybe we should start that.
Would you like to see that where if you're running towards the line of scrimmage, that should be legal? As long
You
as
know,
you don't cross the line of scrimmage?
I've thought about it. People have asked me that before, and I'm not sure. Sometimes I think maybe I would.
This time, going deep, Benedict. He's got a receiver incomplete. A lot of hand fighting out there, no call.
Pat, we got a new quarterback coming in. Number 7, Jack Floyd. You see here on the replay, it's a good throw, strong throw, laid it out there. I believe that was the previous one.
Jack Floyd in at quarterback, the freshman. Ball's caught out in the flat, short gain. The ball is caught by Dane Askins, the senior wide receiver, number 13.
Dane Askins is one of those players who's a little bit sneaky. He's faster than he appears. He's got great hands. He is a possession guy. You know, it's when you got to have that big catch, he seems to pop up.
.23 minutes left to go in this scrimmage as we're 1 week away from opening kickoff. Floyd scrambles, hits Askins. Close to the first down. We'll see if it's enough for a Grogan Agency first down. I think they're going to move the chains.
You know, I mean, it's.
No, they're going to say a yard short.
I was going to say, it's a scrimmage, man. It's first down. First down.
Give them another 4 downs.
Yeah, come on. They're going to move the chains.
Yeah,
there
we
go.
For the first and only time this whole entire season, the referees are going to listen to Chad. Askins goes in motion. Floyd's going to roll it that way.
Well, you know, Pat, I've said it before. If they would just sync their mics up with ours, I will tell them what the call is every time.
And you'll be right 100% of the time. Tyler Wilson out of the backfield. He was the intended receiver. Looks like there's some wholesale changes on the defensive side of the ball. Looks like Coach Talsma has put in the 2s. Nowhere to run there for Floyd.
Met rudely in the backfield.
Floyd's going to roll the pocket. Throws it. Sideline. Caught on, then dropped. Nice defensive play.
Good play there by Jack. Rolling out, getting his shoulders turned, making a good throw.
Another opportunity for Floyd. Steps up in the pocket. Ooh, who touched him?
I don't think he got touched. Of course, he may have. We don't know. Coach Floyd could have been hollered, blow it, blow it, blow it. Yep, he was off to the races.
Yeah.
But, you know, Coach Floyd might have said, let's just end that right there.
Yep. 21 minutes to go in this running clock scrimmage. For those tuning in tonight, we appreciate it very much. We'll be back next Friday night, the whole crew. Molly will be on the sideline for us. Back for another year.
Andrew will be back in the box with us. Stats.
Kevin and Randy in the trailer. Couple
Walt.
Holly boys. Walt back for another
Walt,
year. Walt's part of the original crew. Yeah, me and Walt. Last of the Mohicans. The Gills on the set of cameras. Nice hard run. It's Nathan Moore, the junior running back. Huskies quickly up to the line. Jack Floyd. Still at quarterback. Nope, that's a new quarterback, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, tip drill. We got a pick.
That is Harris Tuggle. My eyes were already deceiving me. I couldn't tell if that was a 5 or a 6, and it's number 6, Harris Tuggle. That's in at quarterback. Aaron Thomas, junior running back. Nice run.
Good looking run up the middle. Another good run.
Yeah, Aaron Thomas is hitting that hole nicely. We've got a little movement. 2 or 3 of these tonight already.
To be expected. Scrimmage like this, a lot of young guys in there. What Floyd's not going to be happy about is that very first one we got to start the game.
Tuggle, quick pass, out in the flat. Short gain of about 1.
And honestly, you know, as we get ready for next Friday night, the opening game, you don't want to see any of it, but you expect to see some of that in the first game, especially in that first half. So,
Tuggle, nice throw. Boy, that was a tight window. Fitted in nicely.
that was fantastic. Out on the run, running to his left, able to flip his shoulders and threw a bullet in there, like you said, in a tight little window. That's a good-looking play there by Tuggle.
$20 minutes left to go in this scrimmage. Nice penetration by the Husky defense. That was number 90. Jacob Malone, the sophomore, on the tackle.
Yep. Movement again. I believe that was at right guard, I think. That's a good shot right there, the new Husky head in the center of the field. But you know, we were talking earlier about the colors, but even the green of the grass, it just looks so much better.
Really pops. Looks good. Tuggle scrambling, and he's going to be thudded. And he'll be down, a loss of about 2. More like that flag football stuff you coach. again.
Yeah, Pat, as you mentioned it, the girls' varsity flag football team getting ready to kick their season off as well in a couple weeks. Coming off last year, made it all the way to the semifinals. One game away from making the state championship.
Of course, a few years ago, UNI was the first year of flag football. UNI got to call the state championship game as the Hewitt Huskies knocked off Smith Station.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man.
That was a lot of fun at Protective Stadium. $18 minutes left to go in this scrimmage. Hope you'll join us next Friday night as it will count for real. We'll play football 10 consecutive Friday nights.
It's a lot of football.
Home game next Friday night against Jag. The following week will be in Gadsden. Screen pass. Caught. Nicely covered by Sean Talsma's defensive unit. Trustful to go replay.
He just beat the blockers. They never saw him. Offensive lineman got to get that head on a swivel. Find somebody.
Tuggle steps up, throws. Did he hold
catch
on?
it?
Oh, yeah.
He did. Another good job there by Tuggle staying in the pocket. Not sure who that was, but was that Aaron?
Aaron Thomas? Yeah, Aaron Thomas.
Good hands.
He had swung out from the backfield. Sugar huddle for the Huskies. And Tuggle's going to be brought down.
Yeah, that unit offensive lineman did a pretty good job run blocking, but struggled a little bit in the pass game. See what Coach Floyd goes with here.
Want to remind everybody about our title sponsor, Courtesy GMC. Everyone knows Drew Lally, Josh Gargis, the fantastic team there at Courtesy GMC. They give so much back to the community, not just to the athletics program, but to the school system, to the police and fire. You need to get by and see them this weekend. You get an opportunity. Right now, they've got their back-to-school summer sales event going on. They got 2026s already making their way onto the lot, including the brand-new Acadias. They got great deals on Yukons, Yukon XLs, the Sierra trucks, HD vehicles. Get on by and see them this weekend, and you won't miss anything in their showroom. You've been there a million times. They got TVs galore everywhere. So if you need to go get an oil change, kind of hang out, watch some games, that's cool. You can do it right there in the showroom. So get by and see them. That is Courtesy GMC, as we all know, right next to Lowe's on Edwards Lake Road.
Pat Tuggle's going to stay at quarterback, getting some good work here.
Sure is. Slings it out into the flat. Nice pitch and catch and a nice run.
Great move.
That is Tyrone Allen, number 22.
Good blocking out there on the outside. Made a couple of guys miss. That's what you want to see right there.
That is a Grogan Agency first down. One of the original sponsors of the Husky Fast Network, back for another year. We appreciate Jay Grogan so much. Let him handle all your insurance needs. Let's see if we can get in the Buffalo Wild Wings red zone. How about that? I want to see that Buffalo come traipsing across the... I hope Coach Floyd's not going to be ornery and he's going to keep flipping the field where we don't get to see the Buffalo. I think he just wants everyone to see the Husky head.
Right. He just wants to stay right in the center of the field. Yep. Show it off.
Back to the ground. Maybe back up to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 10.
But I like what I've seen out of Aaron Thomas tonight. He runs the ball well. Pat, I'm looking up at the lights. Looks like we got some precipitation starting to fall again.
Yeah, light rain falling here at the stadium on the banks of the Cahaba River. Another great night, great crowd here at Husky Night. Players signed autographs. And it's going to be another sack.
Yeah, just know where to go. See Coach Boyette out there talking to the line. He was obviously not happy with that last play.
Tuggle back to pass. Got some time. Right before the safety, we got a reception. We got a catch. We got a Grogan Agency first down as the Huskies getting a little bit closer to that Buffalo Wild Wings red zone. Getting close.
Really impressive pass there by Tuggle. He has looked sharp thus far.
Thomas on the ground. Short gain, maybe a yard. Rain falling as Thomas with the handoff again. Stutter steps, maybe another yard. We're at 13:29 to go in this scrimmage. I'm putting you in charge of night's weather for next Friday night.
Got it. I'm on it. I'm on it. That may be hot.
That's okay. Just no rain.
Ooh, dangerous throw there. Telegraph that one a little bit. But yeah, I'll do my best. There's a Hurricane Aaron out there right now, and I told Aaron, said, look, just go on, head north.
Go up the Atlantic.
We don't need any of that. She said, okay.
Low snap. Tuggle, across the middle. Tipped. Incomplete.
Yep, ill-advised throw there. Great coverage there by the linebacker.
Rain continues to fall here at the stadium. And now we're going to do some special teams. That is Nathan Fritz, the junior, splits the upright. Here is Banks Lloyd. He splits the upright.
Two kicks looked identical.
Yep. Love it.
And a third one.
Henry Farrell, who also moonlights as a tight end. We're going to take a quick timeout. This is the Husky Fast Network, driven by Courtesy GMC.
Hey, Trustful. This August 26th, let's come together and make our voices heard. No matter who you vote for, this is our chance to shape our community. We all love this city, and we need to remember that we started this election cycle as neighbors and will be neighbors long after it's over. So let's be kind to one another. All the candidates are here because we care deeply about Trustful. Our platforms may differ, but our love for this city is why we are all here. So let your voice be heard on August 26th.
A little bit farther back now, 20, that's a 32-yarder. Did he get it?
He did.
Yeah, nice job. I was told by Coach Haraway that the kickers were making 42-yarders in practice with a rush.
I believe it.
It's pretty good to have those options that you're seeing right now on your screen. Now, here's Nathan Fritz, the junior. This is from 36 yards out. He got it. And now here's Lloyd from 36. Low snap. Nice recovery.
Yeah, that's a really good kick after
Sure
a bobbled
is.
snap. Pat, I'm going to tell you what, have 3 weapons that can do this.
And here's Farrell. High snap again. That's a line drive. And he nailed that one. All right, let's keep going back, Haraway. Let's go. He was telling me about 42-yarders at practice.
Here we go.
So this is from 42. This is Fritz, I believe.
It is.
Okay.
Is that Chauvin that's holding?
Oh, it's a crossbar.
Yep, I believe that is Hayden Chauvin.
Now we do have a, now keep in mind, folks, we do have a breeze and it's raining. So here's Lloyd. Line drive. I think he
hit the left upright.
So we've hit the crossbar and the upright. So let's see what happens here with Farrell.
Nope. What's encouraging is 2 of the 3 had the leg. Fritz hit the crossbar, but I think he's got the leg to get it there. Banks hit the left upright about halfway up. So I don't think leg's going to be an issue there.
$11 minutes and 56 seconds to go in this scrimmage. Appreciate everybody tuning us in tonight. You're watching the Husky Fast Network, driven by Courtesy GMC.
Upward basketball season is.
Hi, I'm Eric, owner of A Plus Tire and Auto Repair. A Plus Tire and Auto Repair is your full-service maintenance and auto repair center. We perform high-quality, guaranteed service you can trust at a fair price. We're your best choice for scheduled maintenance of your car, truck, SUV, or fleet vehicle. We are family-owned, ready to serve you. Call us 205-661-3828. Find us on Facebook or visit us at aplustireandautorepair.com.
So when you have money in your savings account, you earn something called interest.
Interest? I'm interested in horses.
Okay.
Oh, I really like lizards.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
Welcome back to the Husky Fast Network, driven by Courtesy GMC. Pat Smith, Chad Rhodes, the Gills, Kevin Holly. Welcome back to the stadium as there he goes. Yeah. Coach Floyd kept messing with us, kept flipping the field, wouldn't let us get in the red zone. But hopefully you will see that Buffalo running up and down the field a lot next Friday night.
I believe so.
Hope so.
I believe so, Pat.
Well, that is going to do it for us on this very abbreviated version of the Husky Fast Network, but it is Husky Night, so give us an opportunity to say hello and to remind everybody that we'll be back here next Friday night as we'll get ready for Jag football, as Jag will make the trip up from Montgomery just like they did last year, and we will get things started next week here at the stadium. So hopefully, if you cannot join us here at the stadium, you will tune in right here on the Husky Fast Network. It's a good night.
It was a good night. It was good to be back, and Pat, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for next Friday night. And like I say, hopefully it'll be good weather. I think it's going to be. I've got a good feeling about it. And we'll get to see the 2025 version of the Huskies.
Should be a lot of fun. Thanks for everyone for tuning in tonight. For Kevin Holly, Michael Gill, Jennifer Gill, everybody involved with the Husky Fast Network. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next Friday night